What's up, guys? Before we get into this battle, I just wanted to thank the people who, showed support of the music video that I uploaded. And to those people who might not have seen it, go check it out. It's a pretty good song as far as Pokemon songs go, Pokemon rap songs go, that is. And give your boy some support. Leave a like, a favorite, share it with all your friends, and yeah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, go check it out. I think you guys will enjoy it. It has a lot of popular YouTubers like Lane Pavogi, Dodger from the Game Station, Husky Starcraft, all them guys. It's kind of hard to see them because of the camera we use. As you can see, it's a super wide lens, panoramic thingamabobber. But yeah, go check it out, and I think you guys will enjoy it. Now, on to this epic ass battle. Cheer! I got a battle here against blackzero2125, and I met him on the Smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder. As interesting as that sounds, because he was actually pretty good. So, as you can see, he has a sand team, and I do not have a sand team. I have a sun team, and this team is poorly made. I threw it together right before the battle, and did pretty well, though. I played with it pretty well, not gonna lie. Pretty damn well. Anyways, let's get into the battle, shall we? Ugh! What? I just got a text message. Anyways, I'm going to lead out with my DARMANITAN because I knew that I would immediately outspeed anything he has on his team, and if he decided to lead out with something that was unfavorable, then I could just go for the U-turn. But it turns out he leads with his Baus. Hold up, that nickname looks kind of familiar. Anyways, I'm going to go for the U-turn as I probably predicted that he was going to predict my superpower. So he went straight out to his Gliscor, I guess, just to take any move that I was most likely to go for. And I go out to my Fairest so I can set up my Screeninators because I'm a Guido. I must know what I look like at all times. I want to see that reflection, that big reflection, that mirror. And then I'm going to go for the light screen. I almost said mirror coat. Ha! And he goes up to Jelly. This thing was a big-ass threat the entire battle. So he goes for Calm Minds. Now here he makes a good play. He goes straight for the Psychic as I go out to my Pingasaur. And I probably should have went out to my Ninetales just to roar him out. But I wanted to get this thing to sleep as quickly as possible. And I knew that my Venusaur could take Psychic, especially with the light screen up. I knew he could take a Psychic because this thing is max special defense and max HP, as you can see. So I'm going to go for the Sleep Powder. And luckily for me, he stays in because if he switched out, then I still would have had to deal with an Awake Reuniclus. Now, even though this thing is asleep right now, it was still a big-ass threat the entire battle, even though it was asleep the entire battle. Big-ass threat. And I'll get into that a little later, because this is a long-ass video, as you can see. So he's going to switch out on the same turn and go out to his Landers. So that was a good move on his part. And he goes for the Earthquake as I go for the Protect on my Ninetales, that Mozilla. And now I'm going to go out to my Goodyear, and he's going to go for the Smackdown. So that right there just lets me know that he is Expert Belted and not Choiced. So just in case he wanted to go for the HP Ice, I went straight for the Ice Shard, even though I knew most likely he would switch out to his Rotom. But I just did not want to take any chances there because Landorus is another big-ass threat to my team. So I wanted to try and attempt to get it out of here as fast as possible. So now he switches into his Rotom to take the Ice Shard. Then he double switches out to his Tyranitar. Great move on his part because he knows that there is no way in the kingdom of fuckdom that I'm going to stay in with my Donphin on a Rotom. So he makes a good move, switches out to his Tyranitar, and then I'm going to be forced to switch out because I can't really do anything to Tyranitar, and I wanted to try and save my Venusaur for later, but he makes another good play, goes for the Pursuit, so my Venusaur is pretty much done at this point, can't really take any more hits. I'm just going to save it for Death Fodder for later. So I'm going to take this opportunity to set up my Stealth Rocks with my Donphin because I know he's most likely not going to stay in on my Donphin unless he has Ice Beam or some shit. But that's very uncommon nowadays. Most people use Earthquake and Fire Blast for Tentacruel and Fortress, Ferrothorn, and Scizor respectively. So now he's going to switch out to his Tyranitar after hitting me with a Thunderbolt. I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp just to burn something. I know his only sleeping Pokemon is the Reuniclus. If he decided to switch that in, I could just go for a bunch of Fire Blasts and most likely kill it. But fuck, I missed the first Will-O-Wisp, god damn it. And that actually mattered. It ruined a lot, actually, because I would have been able to switch out this turn into my Donphin. So if I had hit the Will-O-Wisp the first turn, I would have been able to switch it. I would have been able to switch out to my Donphin now, go for the Rapid Spin, and everything would have been fine and dandy. But now I'm going to switch into my Donphin, and he's going to predict that, and he's going to switch out as well, which means that I'm not going to have an opportunity to use Rapid Spin for a while until I catch him in with a Pokemon that I can Rapid Spin against, because I'm not going to stay in against this Rotom and use Rapid Spin. That just doesn't make sense. So that's why me missing that first Will-O-Wisp kind of mattered, because if I hit it, I would have been able to Rapid Spin and get the rocks out of here. And yeah. So he brought his Rotom into my Donphin. I'm going to switch the hell out of there. He's going to kill my Venusaur, because there's no way that Donphin is less important. Yeah, less important than Venusaur. So I'm going to let my Venusaur die. And now I'm going to switch out to Mozilla just to get the sun back up and weaken that Hydro Pump of his. But he makes a good move, switches out to his Tyranitar as I go for the Will-O-Wisp again. I just wanted to get some residual damage on that Rotom, because that thing is going to be a problem the entire battle also, just like the Reuniclus. But so now I'm going to go for the Protect just to rack up some burn damage. And I knew that he would most likely go for Protect this turn. So because he went for Protect this turn, I'm going to switch out the next turn, because he's most likely thinking that he thinks that I'm going to think that he's going to use Pursuit again and stay in. So because of that, I switched out. Yeah. That made any type of sense. And it looks like he also decided to switch out. And he switches into his sleeping Reuniclus. Now, the reason this thing was such a threat is because I was really paranoid, and I thought that it could wake up at any given moment. And it could wake up at any given moment. So I'm going to switch out, go to my Mozilla. The plan here was to roar him out so that he could stay asleep. But he actually decides to switch out, and he goes out to his Rotom. So that's kind of good for me now, because I can use Protect just to get some more HP. But he's going to switch out directly as I go for the Protect. And he goes out to his Toxic! And I go for the Protect just to get some HP back. But he decides to switch out. And I already said that, but I said it again. Deal with it. So he's probably going to go for the Toxic Spikes, so I'm going to switch out to my Espeon. Even if he doesn't decide to go for the Toxic Spikes and decides to go for the Scald, he can't do anything to my Espeon because I'm especially defensive. And the sun's out, yeah. So Scald's not going to be doing anything unless he gets a burn. It's really not going to be doing anything now because I have the light screen up. But he just decides to go for the Rapid Spin, get his own Toxic Spikes out of there, and get my Stealth Rocks out of there. So things are looking pretty good. I'm going to go for the Reflect now, I believe, or do I go for Baton Pass? One of the two. Okay, I go for the Reflect just because I can, I guess. So next turn I'm going to go for the Baton Pass, and I'm going to Baton Pass to the MVP of the battle. The breadwinner, ladies and gentlemen. That big Darmanitan. Nobody is taking a Sun Boosted Flare Blitz. Nobody. Now, even though I did get a critical hit, we all know there was no way that he was going to live that, okay? So chill. So now he goes out to his Tentacruel. I'm going to switch out because I most likely won't be able to one-hit KO that thing. And I'm going to go out to Ferris just in case he wants to go for the Toxic Spikes. But he does not go for the Toxic Spikes, and he also does not get the burn. Obvious Tyranitar switching is obvious, so I'm going to go for the Baton Pass, and I'm going to go right back into all of that. Rinse and repeat. It's a motherfucking washing machine cycling this bitch. And I'm going to go for the U-turn because U-turn will definitely be able to kill from that range. And I know that he's most likely going to switch out, so I might as well go for the U-turn. And the sun's not up. If the sun was up, I would have went straight for the Flare Blitz, but we can't always have our cake and eat it. So I'm going to go for the U-turn, and I'm going to go out to my Ferris because this is just, I don't know, it's probably the best option. I don't want him to set up his Toxic Spikes, and I don't want him to kill any of my other Pokemon. But because I know he's not going to go for the Toxic Spikes, I'm going to go into my Mozilla, and I think he ends up switching out. Does he switch out? Yeah, he switches out. So I don't know why he switched out. I can't. Oh, wait. I know exactly why he switched out. He switched out because I did not reveal my fourth move yet. My fourth move is Moonlight. He doesn't know that. He might have thought that I still had the Psychic or the Side Shock or whatever. So he probably switched out, and that was a good bluff on my part because I knew that he would most likely switch out, which is why I brought in my Ninetales. It's all coming back to me. So he gets a crit right there, by the way. And So he actually brought in his Landorus as I brought in my Ninetales, so I got to switch the hell out. I go to my Donphin. He goes for the what do he go for? He went straight for the U-turn, right? Yeah, and he got a crit, and then he goes out to his Rotom, and he goes for the Hydro Pump, but the sun is out, so I ain't even worried, bro. And I know I can live another Hydro Pump. He knows I can live another Hydro Pump, so I'm going to take this opportunity to go for the Moonlight. Now he knows all my moves. Now he knows I don't have the Psychic type move, so he can pretty much bring in his Tentacruel whenever he wants. That Earthquake did a shit ton of damage, by the way, and he found out that he was faster than me. So he's going to keep going for Earthquake. But I'm hard body, and I can live another Earthquake because of the Reflect, that Guido-ness, that sexy. And I go for the Moonlight. Now here he's going to make a pretty good move. He's going to go for the U-turn. I'm going to go for the Moonlight. But he brings in his Tyranitar now. And I am not able to get all of my HP back because as if you guys don't know how Moonlight works, you get 75% of your HP when you're in the sun. But when you're in the sand or any other weather, you get only a quarter back. So yeah, Tom Brady in this bitch. So I'm gonna go for the Baton Pass, and that Tyranitar is pretty much dead. So I can bring in my Goodyear, and he's gonna go for the Crunch. Not gonna do anything at all. Oh my lord, that did like 5 damage. Bitch. Now here I wanted to go for the Rapid Spin just in case he wanted to set up his rocks, but I didn't even I was like, why don't I just go for the Ice Shard? And I'm like, why not? And I didn't even think of him switching out because he only had a sliver of HP left. So I didn't even, the thought of him switching out didn't even cross my mind. I don't even know why I did that. But if I was real, I would have went for the Stealth Rocks right there. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to go out to my Mozilla just to get up the sun. And I know that if he goes for the Hydro Pump, I'll be able to live. All I have to do is save my Mozilla until his Tyranitar is dead. And that would be pretty much a wrap. So, I'm going to go for the Protect just to get some HP, and I believe I switch into my Espeon here just to, take a hit, and I end up taking a hit, and it does exactly half of what I have. So he doesn't want to risk missing, I guess, or maybe just not killing me. So I'm going to go for the Moonlight, and I'm going to get most of my HP back as he brings in this big-ass sleeping threat. But it's irrelevant, because I have the power! Yeah, Tentacruel, what are you doing? Because he didn't die, I'm gonna assume that his Tentacruel is defensive. But look at that shit. Is that not ridiculous right there? Oh, and then he wants to switch out. Okay, Tyranitar can get it too. Nobody's safe. Nobody. So now that I finally got this Tyranitar out of here, I'm going to be able to do what I gotta do. Fly than the rest of them. Still got my Nike boots. So, I didn't want to risk attacking the Rotom because the sun's not up. But now the sun is up. So now I can attack the Rotom all I want to with fire moves. And it should do a good amount of damage. Yes! Power. Destruction. So I'm going to go out to Ferris just to set up my screens. This was supposed to be the last setup that I needed to do. Everything that I did in this battle was for this one moment. Okay? This one moment. I set up my screens, and then I Baton Pass out to my Volcarona, and he sweeps. Because Tentacruel cannot damage my Volcarona whatsoever unless it poisons it. But it doesn't have Toxic. It has Toxic Spikes. So because I'm in right now with my Volcarona, he cannot poison me. And I can set up all the Quiver Dances I want. I have Morning Sun. I have Quiver Dance. Once the sun is up, the light screen's up. Water attacks will not damage me very much at all right now. Light screen, +1 special attack, max HP, the sun. I'm pretty sure you guys can guess what happened though, right? Yeah. Damn it! That's honestly how I feel sometimes. all that work For nothing. Pokemon, I fucking hate you, but I love you at the same time. You're a bitch, but you're also not a bitch. Okay. It was at this point that I thought I had no chance in this battle. So I thought I might as well send out my heaviest hitter to take a shit on his team and attempt to sweep or something. I don't know. But damn, Tentacruel, I feel bad for you. You had to take 2 of those in one battle. God damn. So it actually turns out that I still have a huge chance here because I can one-hit KO every single Pokemon that he has on his team at the moment. Ha! So things are just getting hit with all of that left and right, and I live the hit. So I have one more hit left, and he brings out his Jelly. Bitch! Now keep in mind, he is the Calm Mind set. Max defense, max HP, easy one-hit KO. He did so well in this battle. I must use him again. Pure destruction. Strength, power, destruction. Anyways, so I go for the reflect. No. I went for the light screen right there because, as you know, he is expert belted, like I mentioned earlier. And because I knew he was expert belted, he hasn't revealed his HP ice yet, but I know he has it because he's expert belted, like I said. So I went for the light screen. And that's all I had to do to win the battle. As you can see, the hidden power did absolutely diddly, squiddly, squat-ally. So I'm going to go for 2 more ice shards, and he's not going to be able to kill me with any move that he has. And that is going to be a good game. So even though my perfect setup, perfect flawless setup, was ruined by hacks, Darmanitan pulled it out. Damn. I'm really surprised, though. As a matter of fact, now that I think about it, if he had let his Landers die and not his Reuniclus, he probably could have won the battle. Because after killing 3 of his Pokemon, my Darmanitan would have been dead from recoil, and then it would have been my Donphin versus his Reuniclus because my Espeon has no attacking moves, which means that eventually he would have woken up, which means that eventually he could have Calm Minded up a bunch of times, recovered all that shit, and then swept me. I didn't even think about that. But he got a huge ass crit, which turned the tides. And anyways, the battle's over. So I hope you guys liked it. 1,000 likes. Come on, guys, 1,000. I'm just kidding. I never asked for likes verbally. I've always, never mind. Okay. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the battle. I sure damn did. Yeah. Right at the 18-minute mark. Ugh.